How you all doing? I just had a video I wanted to make real quick because there's not a whole lot of information out on the internet about the specific job I'm doing here with my 2001 Silverado 1500 with a 4.3 in it. I had it completely pieced down, all the accessories off, to pull the timing cover off, change out timing set. Now, it'd be a little better if I could show you everything, but if you're doing this job like me, then you'll have the gist of it. There's a couple tips and pointers that I wanted to share. I've been working on this for 2 months now, and there's a couple tips that I wanted to share with anybody doing the same job, that because there's not much info out on the internet about it. So when you get your timing set, whatever you get, you're gonna need a couple special tools. You're gonna need a harmonic balancer puller, and you might need a crankshaft gear puller. And you can rent both of those from any big box auto parts store and get your money back once you turn them in. They got a 90-day return policy on them. What have I done in the last 2 months? Now, I think I have flushed the entire radiator out. If this has 280,000 miles around, so I've flushed the radiator out. It was full of gunk. I've replaced water pump gaskets. I broke a crankshaft sensor. Yeah, I wasted a tube of RTV trying to get this back together. And there's a couple tips I wanted to give because I still have a leak up under here. Because it is leaking out of the timing cover. You can't even see it from that angle. But it is leaking out of the timing cover, and I probably didn't use enough RTV. So you have to, let's see, I have the old cover. When you're doing this, the RTV, they say put, just a little bit in the corners right there. Can see where it's kind of chipped? Just put a little bit in the corners. No, that didn't work for me. You're going to have to take your RTV, and I'm using Permatex Ultra Black. I read on the forums a bunch. It said if you're doing, there's a bunch of people with 4.3s and this stupid plastic timing cover, and it leaks. And a lot of the guys on there said if you're still doing this and you've caulked all of this up with RTV already, they recommend Permatex the right stuff. It's a little more expensive, but that's what they recommend. But when you're doing this job, the procedure is to drop the oil pan. I see people, like whoever did this before me, had cut the corners, and I really don't like taking shortcuts like that because, I mean, you don't get that to seal right, it's still going to leak regardless, plus you now have a cut, because it's just not the right way to do it. So the procedure to do it, drain your oil, drop your oil pan, and then take your cover off, and then reinstall a new one and put it back together. And then take this RTV and seal the whole lip. You can seal it, you can glue it, I've heard, but some people say don't RTV it. Some people say just glue it, maybe some E6000 or something. But I think for this to ever get to stop leaking because of this plastic cover, I'd have to seal up RTV on the whole thing. Now, to drop the oil pan, I've also seen some complaints. People could not get it dropped. Now, see if I can get up under here. That's a rubber plug. That is, these are rubber plugs. They don't really do much. They just keep dirt and seeping oil in and dirt out of the bell housing. And these swell up due to being in contact with oil. And after 23 years, They're a little, I don't think they'll ever go back in. So you probably, I don't, oil doesn't leak out of them either, so it's all right to leave them out. Let's see what I was talking about. You've got those rubber plugs that go up into those holes right there, and that's two 13 millimeter nuts. There's nuts, they're actual nuts on there, and if you don't pull those out, that pan's not coming off. But once you pull those out, drain your oil, you have 10 cover bolts around the perimeter of it, and you can drop that. That's enough to get the new timing cover on. But if you want to completely replace your your oil pan gasket, like I'm fixing to have to do, or your O-ring on your oil pump pickup, then you have to drop the pan. But it's about 20 bolts in total. You can completely drop the pan without having, this is a two-wheel drive, so if you have a four-wheel drive, you're gonna have a hell of a time with getting rid of that front differential, making room so you can drop the pan. But on two-wheel drive, you just remove these cross beams and this frame support right up under the oil pan, and the whole oil pan can come out, as well as there's two 10 millimeter bolts that hold the harness to each side. See, that's it right there, I think. Tight squeeze, but if you're looking in your engine bay, you'll see what I mean. And that's it. That's really just a couple things I wanted to talk about, and I'll upload a new video here in a couple days when my pan gasket is delivered, and I'll show you guys how to do that as well. It's nothing too crazy. I'm only 19 out here doing this work by myself. So yeah, like the video if you liked it, subscribe, leave a comment. Your opinion is appreciated, and I will get back to you. Thank you guys. Have a great day.